Good evening, Dr. John McKeel, Dr. Renee Kerberg, Dr. Sandra Hodges, Ms. Tina Forte, parents, teachers, administrators, students, and guests. And welcome to the Omaha Public Schools Best Practices Summit. Prepare yourself to be challenged, excited, and inspired by your guest speaker, Mr. Wes Hall, who is well known in Omaha and throughout the country for his Student Empowerment Program and the Institute for Student Empowerment. I know this will be a productive time for you all. Thank you for coming. Have a great school year, and remember, we are all in this together.
I want you to look at your parent, or if your parent's not here, if your parent is here, I want you to look at your parent, and on the count of 3, I want you to yell it out as loud as you can. I want you to say, thank you. 1, 2, 3. All right, have a seat. But what separates the child who succeeds from the child who does not is a caring, loving parent who sacrifices her or his time for your child. And today you have come here, you have taken that time with your child, and I guarantee you, I've worked for 5 years inside of Omaha Public Schools with some of the most challenged students, with some of the students who have the most potential, but they never see mom and dad. And you came here today, so I want you to take a moment and not just give yourself a round of applause. I want you to think about that for a moment. I want you to think about that sacrifice you've done this evening, and I want you to understand what it truly means. And now, give yourself a round of applause for being here with us. Let's see, who raised their hand and said they have one that's under high school age, less than high school? Okay, what's your name? Huh? Cynthia. Okay, Cynthia, watch this. Here's the new idea I want you guys to walk away with today. It's called Team Cynthia. Watch what I'm saying. It's called Team Cynthia. That means when you come into the education system, everyone in the education system is part of your team. That team is designed, Cynthia, to take your child from where he or she is all the way as high as they can go. Can you imagine how much respect you would have if you understood that everybody in this place is part of your team? Can you imagine if you come into a system and you tell your child, before you go to school, it's not you're going to school, you're going to be with your team. And you're going to respect that team because that team is designed to give you all the tools that you need to play this game called life. I want you to shift your idea. I want you to stop allowing the children to come home saying, I have a difficult teacher, and then you get all of an uproar. And then you go in there and you deal with the teacher, or you let the kid off the hook. I want you to teach that child from now on. I want you to send him back to school. I want you to send her back to school, and I want you to teach that person, learn how to deal with that difficult teacher. Because you're going to have difficult bosses. If I can give you but one gift, if I can give you but one idea, if I can help your mind see something that maybe you haven't seen before, from now on, when that child comes home again and says, I'm having a difficult time at school, then therefore you're going to say, guess what? I'm going to teach you how to win. I'm going to teach you how to succeed. Because a lot of time our children are not working and cannot keep jobs because they've developed a pattern of running that we assisted them to do. We assisted them to run from situations. We must stop that, not now, but right now. But this time, instead of you taking your earrings off, you're going to say, guess what, young man? Mama loves you. Daddy loves you. But there's going to be some difficult times ahead, son. And your daughter, you're going to have to learn, and I'm going to help you learn. So go back to school today, and then when you come home today, tell me how you worked it out. Anybody hear that? I guarantee you, when you start helping your child build a habit that way, they begin to change. They'll be like, Mom, Daddy, you mean you ain't coming to school and beat the teacher up? You mean, Mama, you ain't going to call and say nothing to the teacher at all? No, you're going to go to your team and you're going to find a way to work it out. And then when you come to me and tell me how you did it, because the first thing you're going to do is with respect. I'm going to help you keep a job here. Okay? That's what you're going to tell the child. I'm going to help you keep a job. And even if they don't like it, after a while, they'll change. I guarantee you, parents, that when you set the habits up for your children, they will honor what that old age adage is, grow up a child in the way they should go. And they won't venture too far from the path. Is that all right?